Welcome back to our final video, number 3. It's always been my pleasure to indicate the great careers there are in accounting. Very lucrative. I've been in it for a long time, and it's been very good to me. If you can do this, there are lots of places where you can go and look for career opportunities. Where are those opportunities? Well, if I look in the public sector, which is public accounting, these are the people that come in and do our audits and that kind of thing. Who are the clients? Just about everybody. Corporations, governments, nonprofits, individuals. And they do basically 3 kinds of things. They audit, but they also do taxes and do some business consulting. What other careers related to accounting, you can read them here. Everything from financial planners to forensic accountants to tax lawyers. Great career opportunities. In private accounting, where I've been most of my life, you'll see financial and managerial accountants as well. Internal auditors, I've done all 3 of those. In fact, payroll manager as well. So we have information managers, management advisors. You see, I even got it in my mind to be a FBI agent at one point in time. Surprisingly, that group hires a lot of accountants. So I never did that, and my 007 status had to stay in the closet. Anyway, seriously, great careers if you can do this. They provide some wonderful opportunities. Okay, what are the nature of conceptual framework, generally accepted accounting principles? Here we have our fundamental qualitative characteristics and enhancing qualitative characteristics, our cost constraints, and our underlying assumptions. And this kind of gives you a feeling for that. Over on the right side here, we have our overriding objective, which is decision usefulness. And then we have our fundamental characteristics. We want the information we provide to be relevant. We want it to be faithfully represented. In other words, accurate. And then we have some others I won't go through here again, but we want that information to be comparable between organizations. So you can look at, let's say, Nike, and you can look at Under Armour, and the underlying principles make those financial statements comparable with each other. We want it to be verifiable from the standpoint that you can go in and see the backup behind every transaction that the company's made. We want those financial reports to be generated on a timely basis and be understandable. So, to be useful, accounting information needs to be relevant and faithfully produced, like I said. But here, these are the ones that you really need to know, the underlying assumptions. An economic entity. That means if I'm talking about Nike, for example, Phil Knight, he started Nike. His assets at home and his car and those kinds of things are not part of Nike. That economic entity, Nike, is unique and discrete unto itself. A monetary unit, pretty easy to understand there. We generally use dollars. Nike has operations all over the world. So when they take their Italian operations and convert lira, they have to convert that lira to dollars. And so everything is presented in the same monetary unit. Periodicity, I guess I pronounced that pretty poorly. That means that we are going to generate these things consistently on a period basis. That period is usually monthly, but it doesn't have to be. Sometimes you might have it be a 4-week, 4-week, 5-week kind of quarter, so that you have 13 weeks in each quarter that way. So you can do it that way too, but it has to be consistent, and the periods have to be appropriate. A going concern, in this situation, we assume that the corporation will stay in business unless we have information that says that it won't. But we're going to assume that the company's going to stay in business. Going concern, that's what that means. Okay, let's do a concept check here. Which of the following assumptions indicate that the life of the company can be divided into artificial time periods for periodic reporting? And if you chose answer Bravo, you would be correct. That assumes that there is an economic life, and we can divide that into artificial time periods for our financial reporting that's published periodically. All right, that ends Chapter 1. When we next meet, we will deal with Chapter 2 and those instructional videos. Until that time, bye for now.